Oh, shoot.
Oh, shoot.
Hello, everyone.
That's a good way to start.
So, yeah, exactly. So I just noticed the YouTube chat is not happy. So let me just fix that. One moment, everyone.
The YouTube
We'll
chat?
make sure everyone can see.
Oh, on the
Yeah, the little lower third isn't working.
Bam, fixed it.
There we
We're
go.
back.
Look at that. Hello, everyone. It
How?
is the Full House edition. Whatever happened to? No, we're not gonna do that. It is Saturday night. It's time for anime. Yeah. So everyone is here chatting. I'm gonna pull the microphone forward just a little bit, so hopefully folks will enjoy that. Hey Akko. Hey Jay. Hey JJ.
Hi, everybody.
Good to see you all here. Game Escape. Good to see you all here. It is the last stream of the year and the last stream of the decade. That is strange. It is.
God, it's been a while.
It sure has been. Yeah. Yeah, SumCon 2.0. You got it.
Yep.
Wow, you remember.
Well done.
That's
Yes.
Good memory.
Very good. But yeah.
Take our
so we're-
account.
I hate you all.
My prince.
No, I mustn't let them know.
Oh, the memes are flying already. So yeah, we're all hanging out here, all talking about anime and watching a lot of anime this weekend. Actually,
anime.
yeah, this has been quite the weekend for that. So yeah, we've been enjoying things. How have your weeks been, and how have your weeks been in the anime world? What have you been watching and experiencing recently?
I watched more anime in the last 2 weeks than I watched probably all year.
I watched more anime in the past 24 hours than I've probably watched in the past, 6 years.
I have been re-experiencing some things I blocked out for a very long time.
Yeah.
Most of today's afternoon was just, oh yeah, you know what you guys need to see, because if I saw this, you also have to.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Yep. I've been watching. I'm mostly caught up on Didn't I Say to Make My Abilities Average in the Next Life, which we saw some of this weekend. I really enjoyed that.
Delightful.
Definitely delightful. What else? Let me see here. Had I finished Made in Abyss since last stream? I'm not sure.
So you watched that recently?
Yeah, I think that was Sunday. I think I watched
Cool.
Made in Abyss.
Cool.
Yeah, that was a shot to the heart. Oof. That was rough. I have feelings. I'll be doing a video on Made in Abyss, definitely. Yeah, been reading Higurashi. Speaking of, that's fun.
There's a shot to every sense.
Yeah, exactly. Jay Haide, the Combat Butler. Nice. That's a fun
good
one.
throwback.
Worth the ride.
Yeah.
My answer is yes, but
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
have to be in the right space for that show.
So I'm gonna say this. Watch the first episode of Made in Abyss. That is the tone, except for like two major scenes near the end of the show when it gets really dark and heavy and hard to watch. So there are a few things that are just like really really tough. Everything else is pretty much what you're seeing in that first episode tone wise. So if you can handle that, you're good, I think. But yeah, there are some moments where I was like, I don't want to watch this. Fast forward. Waiting on Hatage Kamono Michi to upload so you can finish. Fair enough.
Shinsho Yusha?
Shincho Yusha. Oh. Cautious Hero. Cautious Hero. That's a fun one. I need to watch more of that. Yeah.
I feel like all shonen is guilty pleasure.
Yeah.
It's an all
Yep.
anime guilty pleasure.
Well,
Oh.
I mean, guilty pleasure right there, right?
Yeah, right
I don't know,
there.
maybe not so guilty, but definitely a pleasure, right? So yeah, so that's been that. We've got a couple of couple weeks before the new anime season, so everything's finishing out. Actually, yes. If you can just fill a cup, I'm good. Thank you. So yeah, that's good. I have staff now. This is exciting. Oh, maybe a bunch of girls in a literature club, and they're reading like classic Japanese literature. Like it's a sex scene, and they're all like really uncomfortable. It's wonderful.
Yeah.
Yeah, very much that experience of adolescence.
No mecha shows this season. 0 out of 10 didn't watch.
Fair. Yep.
Are there any next season?
That's a good question.
I want to say I saw something.
Yeah, I think there's a Gundam Build series next season. Gundam Build Re-Rise, something or other. Yeah, I don't think there were any mecha this past season. Which is kind of weird. Waiting for high school English classes and yeah, exactly, yeah. You can get uncomfortable in high school, definitely. There are some things where it's like that. Boy, that's what they said back then. Gonna start Saint Seiya. Wow, there's some old school.
Yeah.
That is massively huge. When I was in Japan in 2012, they were doing a Saint Seiya exhibition in Akihabara.
Origin.
Sure. And they had the Saint Seiya armor set up on the streets. Like they had custom crafted the entire armor suits for the characters and had them in like display cases on the streets. That was nuts. We're getting the Darling and the Franks part 2 where they all live happily ever after. Sure. Yes. Keep telling yourself that, Jay. Ordering stuff from the Right Stuff holiday sale. Ooh. We may have to dig into that.
Yeah. I didn't know they were doing a sale.
Yeah, I know. By the way, I am planning on doing some more live streaming after the live stream. Wait, no. I plan to show more when they were back in their prime and throwing out all sorts of really impressive stuff. So we're going to push into that and get a few episodes of Nadia, and that should be a fun, good time. So look forward to that after the stream. Only 3 Mecha shows this year. Dang. I did not know that. I was unaware. All right. Do y'all hear that? Wait. Wonderful.
No.
Restart.
Fantastic. Perfect. That's exactly what I meant to do. All going to
Do
plan.
over. It was a warm up.
Yes. All going to
That was
plan.
the practice
Okay.
round.
All right. Perfect. Thank you for letting us know. That's why you're here,
Thank you, Matt.
among other
Thank you,
things.
Jay.
Yes.
Thank you,
Appreciated.
YK.
Appreciated. All right.
Good catch.
Yes.
Brad is research, you are news, and I'm just the intern.
We'll get you a hat.
Oh.
Good evening, and welcome once again to the last week of news for the 2010s. Let us kick it off with some anime announcements. Kadokawa began streaming a promotional video this week for an anime adaptation of the Remake Our Life light novel series. Written by Nachi Kyo and illustrated by Ereto, the story follows an unsuccessful game creator who finds himself suddenly transported 10 years into the past. He gets the chance to relive his formative years in art school and spend time with creators. The novel is an amazing guidebook. I need a copy of that. And number 7 in 2019.
There's one every year. So.
Yay! A website opened on Wednesday to announce that the DMM Games Bungo to Alchemist game is getting an anime adaptation. The game launched for PC browsers in 2016 and on iOS and Android in 2017. In the story, the player becomes a special librarian and works with teams of famous literary authors to protect tainted literature.
Tainted with what? I'm not sure.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, exactly. The upcoming anime adaptation entitled Bungo to Alchemist Shinpan no Haguruma, not Shimapan, or Literary Greats and Alchemists The Gears of Judgment, okay, is planned for an April premiere. Toshinori Watanabe will be directing the anime at Studio OLM. Kadokawa's Sneaker Bunko publishing imprint revealed this week that the Hige Osoru Soshite Joshi Kosei Ohiro light novels, easy to pronounce, are getting an anime adaptation. The romantic comedy storyline follows a 26-year-old IT employee, Yoshida, who ends up taking in a runaway high school girl. That always ends well.
Yes.
The novels began serializing online in 2017 and received a manga adaptation in 2018. Cool.
Romantic comedy.
Hey.
Salary worker and high school girl.
Hey.
No
Great.
problem.
Yeah. 3 new anime series were also announced at this weekend's Jump Festa event for Shonen Jump. First up, Ryosuke Takeuchi and Hikaru Miyoshi's Moriarty the Patriot manga is getting a TV anime adaptation. The story centers on Sherlock Holmes villain James Moriarty, reimagining his history as a young man, aiming to combat the flaws of England's strict class system. Because that's definitely, that definitely works with the whole original storyline. The manga debuted in Shueisha's Jump HQ in 2016 and has also inspired 2 stage musicals and a novel adaptation. Hey, legit. Next from Shueisha, the Dragon Quest Adventure of Dai manga is getting both an anime and game adaptation. Toei's producing the anime, which will be a hybrid 2D CG animation, and will air in fall of 2020. The announcement did not specify a format for the video game, but noted that it will be produced by longtime Dragon Quest game producer Ryotaro Ichimura. In the story, main character Dai is the only human living on an island filled with peaceful monsters. He grew up dreaming of being a hero and gets the chance to fulfill his hopes when he decides to kill all the monsters. No, when the demon Lord Hadlar rises again to threaten the world. The original manga ran in Weekly Shonen Jump, that's Jump Festa, from 1989 to 1996. So this is an older one. And inspired the previous anime adaptation and 3 short films in 1991 and 1992. So kind of old school coming back around again. Last of the announcements from the Jump Festa event is an upcoming anime adaptation for Sho Aimoto's manga Kemono Jihen, or Monster Incidents. It began publication in Jump SQ in 2016. To resolve the incident, an odd-looking man from Tokyo who goes by the name of Inugami comes to the town to investigate. In the town, he meets a young boy who has a mysterious air about him, end quote. In other words, stuff happens. Moving on. Anime director Sunao Katabuchi, known for the Black Lagoon series and the critically acclaimed film In This Corner of the World, among others, announced this week that he's established a new anime company. Created to produce a full-length animated film, Katabuchi said he named the company Contrail with the desire to make an animated work that will be loved by many people forever. MAPPA's Manabu Otsuka is Contrail's representative director, with Katabuchi serving as a board member. The new company has opened both a website and a Twitter account, and will begin accepting... gotta have Twitter. And will begin accepting applications for animation and production staff starting in early January.
You need a Twitter before you have your animation staff for your anime company.
Yep.
That's true. Yep, Twitter comes first. Wow.
Our resumes together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Totally. Kodansha held their inaugural Noda Publishing Culture Award ceremony this Tuesday. Makoto Shinkai received a prize for his contributions to the publishing world. His novelization of Weathering with You topped the Oricon charts among books of its size, as did his novelization of Your Name 3 years ago. Manga publishers Ribbon and Nakayoshi, which are both celebrating their 65th anniversaries, also received awards, along with acclaimed novelist Keigo Higashino and 2 Nogizaka 46 idols and magazine models. When Shinkai was asked about what impacted him this year in the publishing world, he noted his realization that it is novels that bring many young people to theaters in Japan. Quote, there were many kids from elementary school to their teens telling me that they chose to write about my novelizations for their book report, or they came to know about the film through the book. I'm normally quite distant from the world of publishing, but I was surprised and then moved when I discovered that children are reading my books and getting introduced to the movies that way. End quote. He concluded by saying that he'll continue to work hard to make works that can reach a lot of people. No joke, Shinkai. Anyway, let's see here. Finally, a couple of fun news stories. There will be an Attack on Titan celebratory mural in New York City that I assume will look kind of like this.
Yep, there is. It's in celebration of the manga having passed 100 million copies published.
Holy crap!
So, yeah, and
100 million.
So Kodansha sponsored that thing to be put up in Madison Square Garden in New York City. Yep. So, if you ever doubted that Attack on Titan has impact,
Yeah.
that is on the wall in NYC.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Because who wouldn't want to see that?
Yeah.
Right? Come on. And then finally, this is just wonderful. This is just hilarious.
This doesn't quite count as a news story, but I thought everyone needed to see this at some point in their life.
Exactly. So what is this?
It is a parody dating sim video. So you can look this up and watch this if you want to. Voiced of what a dating sim would be like if the characters were Toyota cars, not anime versions of Toyota cars, but just the cars themselves.
Okay.
The video has some sample dialogue back and forth with the various car love interests, and as they go through their stereotypical dating sim lines, you'll have the headlights flash as a blush, or whatever. So.
I say we petition Toyota to make this.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
I
hey,
need to
go
date a
watch it,
Tacoma.
make it popular, and maybe we'll get the hatful boyfriend of Toyota.
Right. Totally. We got the KFC dating sim thing,
Yeah.
right?
We did.
So,
KFC
why
has a
not?
dating sim. Wendy's has a whole fleshed out role playing game.
Yeah.
Date cars is not
Toyota.
that far.
Mhm. Yeah.
Pigeons have a dating sim.
Hey. Totally. So, yes, that is the news for the week, the month, the year, and the decade. Kind of. Thank
That
you
was
all.
it. News of the 2020s.
Exactly. All right. See you next week. Bye, all. That was that. Cool. Switch back to main.
So someone
Mine.
suggested we introduce.
Indeed.
Oh.
So who are these people?
Who are these people?
What are you doing in my house?
I don't know. I ended up here. Like your windows were
You just
open, and I
matched
just
your-
saw all the cool stuff.
Exactly. This happens to me all the time.
Wow,
Folks
yeah.
just are like, Lucky Star.
People
in.
just wander in through Brent's back
Mhm.
patio and are
Yep.
like, I saw the manga through the
I mean, yeah, I say that. I also have like several 3D printers in the corner, so I
Yeah,
probably
3D
should be more
printers-
careful.
3D printers and power tools sitting on the floor.
Yeah, yeah.
A really great laser engraver. Yeah.
Hey, totally. So, yes. So,
Anyways, who are all
All
of
right.
us?
Who are you?
So I am Brad. If any of you have been watching the stream long enough, about 9 years ago, I co-hosted Otaku no Video with Brent.
that's right.
I'm still around. I'm not dead yet. Now I just pop up every 6 months to annoy him.
Pretty much. Brad has also probably seen way more anime than I have.
Doubt.
So yeah, comparing notes is always a fruitful exercise.
Yes.
So yeah.
I'm Becca. I am relatively new around here. Just we're just the ghosts of geek archaeology. High school. I met Brent by going to his panels at our local anime con.
Mhm.
Got in on the Discord, and here I am.
Now you source all the news.
Yeah,
Yep.
now I source the news.
Yes.
You ended
I'm
up at his
like-
house one day and became friends.
Yeah, exactly. I just kind of showed up and was like, "Hey, cool stuff, man!" And here I am. But I'm relatively new-ish to
Mhm.
watching anime. I didn't get into anime as an adolescent like most people.
Mm.
Took me all the way through college to have my weeb phase. I'm still catching up.
Yep. Mm.
I'm Michaela. I've been around in Brent's community for like
About 9 years.
yeah, about 9 years. Actually, yeah, it's been a little bit longer than that because it was a little bit before 2010.
Oh wow.
Wow. Yeah.
And I was also on his podcast a few times, though I was never actually a part of it. I just ended up there somehow.
As you.
Mm.
I'm the opposite of Becca. I watched anime a whole heck of a bunch up until between 2012 to 2014. And the only time I watch anime now is when I hang out with these nerds.
She has surpassed all of us. She made it out of the phase.
There we go.
No.
It's very cool to meet y'all.
Nice
Yes.
to meet y'all.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's me.
Yeah, exactly. Watching Doreku. I've heard of Doreku, but I've not actually seen that. But yes, so we're all here to talk anime, and to talk about the anime of the year. Yes,
Ooh.
because there has been anime this year. I don't know if you knew about that.
Pop out the laptop.
Exactly. Yes.
Oh, very good.
So we're gonna pull
Yeah,
up
that's
things.
weird.
I have done no preparation for this.
Just
So we're just gonna kind of wing
Go to the
this.
list.
That's
Go
why
for
we
it.
have
Exactly.
a researcher.
yeah,
Right.
exactly.
Hey.
Our
Yes.
researcher comes prepared.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
So
there is a pigeon dating sim, and no, they're not, bishoujoized anime pigeons. They're just pigeons.
yeah.
Just birds. It's really good.
Mhm. I do not have 1,000 completed though.
Oh,
Ah, that's the thing. I have like 400 completed.
400
So
complete.
yeah,
Okay,
we're,
so
we're close.
We're
Yeah,
close.
we're close.
He is like twice your age.
Well, I have been watching anime since before all of you were born. No.
Like I say in the chat, I have approximate knowledge of all anime.
Yeah.
That is
There we go.
my claim to fame.
Totally. So let's get into this. I wanted to spend some time talking about the anime of this year and some of the stuff we've been watching and some of the things that we've been enjoying. And I should point out, for all of these are anime that we may not have seen all of. I have a smattering of experience with most of these, but a lot of it's just I've watched the first episode, whatever. So we're not entire experts on all of these shows and so forth. I wanted to start with what we thought were kind of the and chat. You please chime in here. Kind of the big show of the year. What was the one that really kind of broke out and was the big one this year? And we were discussing, and I think one of the ones that kept coming up was Demon Slayer.
Mm-hmm.
That certainly seemed to kind of come up almost out of nowhere. And then a couple of episodes in, just everyone was talking about it.
I feel like that's kind of those ones that if you're even anime nerd adjacent, you've probably seen, heard about, you would recognize Nezuko,
Mm-hmm.
Even if you've never watched any of the show, you would recognize the 70 Nezuko cosplayers that you will see at any local con in the next year.
I know as soon as the episode where she was running through the forest with the thing in her mouth turned tiny, my roommate went and painted that as soon as he saw that.
Wow.
He screen capped the frame and started painting it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I think it also benefited from being such a visually distinctive show. That checkerboard pattern, all that stuff just really, brands it so well. And I should say, I watched the first episode and was like, this is really cool, and haven't gotten back to it. So, definitely a huge thing.
The only other two I can think of from this list would be Vinland Saga or Dr. Stone.
Dr. Stone is definitely high up there for me.
I feel like there was a lot of hype and discussion around Dr. Stone when it came out, and then I haven't heard as much about it since then.
It was like a big party of, oh my god, Dr. Stone, oh my god, Fire Force, and then everybody's just
exactly.
like, oh no, KyoAni burned down, and we stopped talking about anime for...
we can't talk about it.
Yeah, totally. I think that was a big thing. I think, and also I think Fire Force started strong, but then became, from what I've heard, became kind of samey. So that seemed to have been an issue there. But again, I'm not sure. I don't know. Also, I think this year. So what would you say? I think so. For me, the anime that wins the award for why did I love this so much would be How Heavy Are the Dumbbells You Lift? Because no one was looking for that show. No one thought that would be a thing. But my gosh, that was my guilty pleasure of the year. Where I tuned into that, it was fun, it was educational, and it did a good job of balancing male and female fan service, and making the fan service goofy enough that it was obvious, but it also just felt like this is the thing. Why this is here, which is pretty cool. I keep hearing things about Vinland Saga. Yeah. It certainly seems to be out there.
That is definitely my roommate's anime of the year.
And it's kind of fallen out of what people are talking about now, but I was happy to see Dororo's success.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I keep seeing that and thinking it looks really interesting. But I haven't gotten to it yet.
Yeah, and I kind of want to reserve, because the original Dororo is only like 3 volumes, like the original manga, so they're kind of, I don't want to say they're padding it, but they're definitely adapting everything. So I'm very curious to see kind of how they do that and how that maps out. Granted, there was a 1966 50 episode version of Dororo, so I'm sure they can do it right. But yeah. Other big ones this year. Hold on. Is that right? Did that actually start? Did the new Fruits Basket started this year?
Yeah, it did.
In the spring,
It was because they had the theater shows of it.
That's right. Yeah. And that again feels like one of those things where it came out and kind of
everyone was loving that. Oh man, Fruits Basket's coming back out. This is my childhood, and then I didn't hear anything after the first episode came out.
Yeah.
No, I just kind of heard from time to time, I watch Fruits Basket every week and cry because nostalgia, but that's kind of the only feedback I've heard on it.
Yeah. And I wonder if that's one of those series where once it's done, once folks have had a chance to really experience the entire thing, they might, pull it back, because I think the nostalgia play will be done by that point.
Yeah.
We'll see. Assassin's Pride?
We were
enough.
just talking about Assassin's Bride.
Yeah. Interesting.
And something I'm hearing nothing about, and might even win best anime that I still haven't seen, is Carol and Tuesday.
Yes, true.
Shinichiro Watanabe.
Yeah.
And, I haven't seen it, and I should be bashing my head for that.
Yeah, JJ, I know you watched Carol and Tuesday and had some mixed feelings about that, if I recall correctly.
Origin came out this year, and you were praising that earlier.
Gundam the Origin, that's true. Yeah. The thing about Gundam the Origin is that it is, on the one hand, I can't recommend it for non-Gundam fans, just because it is very much the backstory to the main Gundam plotline. So unless you've seen that, it doesn't provide much context. But then, I'm saying that as somebody who's seen all that. Maybe if you haven't seen that, it's fine. I don't know. Animation sure is damn gorgeous though. So who knows? Who knows? Kale Tuesday was tough to watch. You say, JJ? Interesting.
Tough, tough
Yeah,
in a way.
yeah, tough in what way? I think the stealth one for me this year has been No Guns Life, which is I think over on Funimation, which is the noir series where the guy has a revolver for a head. And they did a really good job of doing a real noir tone in that, making hard hits, tough subject matter at times, and just really feeling right. The stereotype stuff in that. Okay, fair enough. Yep,
Yeah.
and that's what I've heard. That some of that is kind of.
Oh, this is from the same guy who portrayed Americans as like cursing baseball players.
This is true. Yes. Yeah, that's a thing. But we were talking earlier. I think one of the things that about 2019, looking back, is it feels like a year of a lot of like 7s out of 10s. A lot of good, solid anime, enjoyable anime. Nothing really mind blowing, but not a lot of terrible stuff.
I mean, you see how we talk about it. We're just like, well, there's all of this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Exactly. We got. I was just scrolling down here. Where was it? Rising of the Shield Hero.
Mm-hmm.
We got Domestic Girlfriend. Do You Love Your Mom and Her 2-hit multi-target attacks?
Yeah.
That was cute. We were getting. Midnight Occult Civil Servants, which I thought was pretty cool,
Yeah.
but had some art issues. My Roommate is a Cat.
That was this year.
That was this year.
That was this year.
Yeah, yeah.
Pop and others.
We got others, absolutely. Make My Abilities Average in the Next Life. Girly Air Force, which I've heard good things about. To the Abandoned Sacred Beasts. Hensuki. High School Prodigies. If It's For My Daughter. Just a lot of stuff where I'm like, yeah, that was fun.
Yeah. Like
We Never Learn.
it's like everything that was big or anticipated from this year is kind of like you hear, oh, that came out this year. It's like, oh yeah, right. Yeah, I remember that now that you mentioned it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly.
Copcraft. Copcraft is on
Copcraft.
my list too, but
Yeah.
I haven't gone to it yet.
Yeah. I saw the first episode and I was like, yes. But I think Copcraft also is one of those shows that you're going to need to pay more attention to. It felt very much like this is the first 20 minutes of a 4-hour movie, right? Where there's a lot going on in that.
Yeah.
It felt like.
It very quickly turns episodic.
Oh, okay, gotcha, cool. That's what you're here for. Thank you.
Well, not episodic, but it's an anthology of like 3-parters.
Oh, okay, cool. What was that a light novel basis? I wonder.
I believe so. It was
Okay.
or maybe it was a manga because it was, I can't remember the author's name, and then he cooperated with the character designer from Last Exile.
Okay. Oh, look at that.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
What was
Oh, Shoji Gato.
Why are you disappointed about Ascendance of a Bookworm? We actually just watched the first episode of that.
So I did not realize Copcraft was written by the guy who wrote Full Metal Panic.
Huh.
Yes.
Interesting. Okay.
That's what it was.
Yeah. Cool. I guess that's his next thing after FMP. No, because it started in 2009. Interesting. Okay, that man can write. That man has a. Oh, okay. He's definitely doing his work. Tako Iwasaki doing. Okay, I gotta watch Copcraft more. Anyway. Ever have that anime where you watch and like, I gotta like that. Credit. Yes. Every credit on here is something that I'm interested in.
Yep.
All we need is Can't remember her name. Can't remember the composer.
Oh yeah.
Yoko Kanno?
Oh,
Yeah.
Yoko Kanno.
Absolutely.
They did their best to make it sound like her music in Copcraft, though.
No, really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, they
Yeah. Tako Iwasaki does amazing music. He did the original Rurouni Kenshin OVA music. He did Witch Hunter Robin, which is very jazzy. And there was something else he did that was really impressive. Anyway, you hate reading, so you can't watch Bookworm. Fair enough.
I can't relate to this main character at all.
Exactly.
I love reading, so maybe it's for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bookworm is very slow. Not a lot happens in Bookworm. Fair
One
enough.
of those like relax and watch kind of thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I do suspect Bookworm was kind of made for 10-year-olds. You know, it's about here's how books are made, and here's kind of how a kid would live in a medieval society. So I don't think it's really aimed at adults who love reading. It's more aimed at kids who love reading. I don't know. Yeah. Who knows?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
died and I'm in this new world. I miss my mom.
Mm.
But I have books, so nobody else matters.
Interesting.
I have a new mom.
Yeah. Hey,
No problem.
it all works out. So did you guys have any other sort of notable anime of the 2019s to talk about?
Zoid's Wild.
Zoid's Wild. Absolutely. Yep.
Yeah, it was a good year, but I think
Yeah.
we mentioned everything that was above average for the most part.
This was, see here. This was also the year, excuse me, of Weathering with You.
Yep.
Slime Data Ken.
Oh, Slime. That's right. It's like, gosh.
Was that this year?
Wait,
I thought that
Pretty
was.
sure it was.
I got
I think that was the
reincarnated
end
by
of
slime?
2018.
It might have started right at the end of 2018.
Oh, okay.
I
Yeah,
think
yeah.
that was the end of
I would have
2018
to
because I
look.
remember
Okay.
thinking that that was early this year and then
God, this year was
checking
short.
and it
man.
wasn't. Yeah.
So I feel like I
Mhm.
just finished it.
Yeah.
Ugh,
Yep.
it's not a fun feeling.
Also the year of Promare.
Oh, Beastars. Yeah.
Beastars,
you're
yeah.
right. That was.
Mhm. And kind of that was it. Promare and Weathering with You are the only really two notable anime films of the year. Obviously, we got, the Doraemon movie.
Mhm.
We got the Code Geass movie. A Code Geass movie.
Hey, good. Yes,
Two Love Live movies, because
Of
that.
course.
One Piece, Detective Conan.
Yep.
How many Detective Conan movies have there been? Gosh.
A lot.
Dozens.
We heard the 35th opening earlier today or something like that. So.
Two Fate Stay Night movies. Was there no new Fate this year?
Just the
Really?
movies, I think.
Wow. Yeah, I
There's
guess.
a Fate. The
Um,
Grand Order movie.
Fate Grand Order, Absolute Demonic Front Babylonia?
Yep. Movie.
Okay, alright, there we go. Gotcha.
Movies, Yep.
Mm-hmm. You can tell how much I follow Fate, sadly.
Movies.
Brent sent to a fantasy world being a teacher. It would work so well.
That'd be amazing.
I'd watch that anime.
Yep.
Someone get on that. Yeah, totally. Was the Fate cooking one last year? What was the name of that one?
Yes.
That was last year?
Today's
Okay.
menu for them, yeah, family. Yeah, that was
Yep.
last year.
Mm-hmm.
Wait,
That was
are they
it.
cooking anime?
Lovely,
Yes.
beautiful. Yes, it's so
Okay.
wonderful. You just get to watch them all be happy and eat food together, and everything is fine. That's all
Mhm.
we want.
Yep. That was another one where I started watching it. I was like, that looks like Saber. Why does that girl in that anime look like Saber?
Why is that so? Why does it say- yeah.
And that's
Oh, because
I guess it is. Yeah. Did we get Tarugaku no Accelerator this year? Was that this year?
Accelerator, I think, was last year, but we got.
Scientific Accelerator is listed. That was July of this year.
Wow.
Wow. Yeah.
I've
Sure
got
enough.
my years mixed up apparently. 'Cause I watched Slime
Yeah.
this year.
Wow.
Let's see.
But yeah, any other sort of remarkable anime of the year to note? Yeah.
I watched the first episodes of a bunch of things that was just like, this is cute and my style and probably objectively not good at all, but I like it, so.
Absolutely.
But then you're like, well, I'll get back to that some other
Yeah.
time.
Yeah. This is
The Promised Neverland.
oh
Yep.
yes, that feels like it has legs and it hasn't found them yet.
Oh yeah.
Fandom wise, I feel like that show is doing its thing, but fandom hasn't really caught up with it yet.
Mhm.
Because there just isn't that much excitement about it seems. But it should be, from everything I see. So
Wise Man's Grandson?
Wise Man's. Oh, is that Welcome to Demon School? Is that the one? Wise
I
Man's
don't
Grandson.
think so. Somebody mentioned it earlier. But
Wise Man's Grandson.
that doesn't sound familiar.
Wise Man's Grandchild. Huh.
Doesn't even
That
look
is a
familiar.
thing. Yeah. Anime TV series, April of this year.
Huh.
Isekai. Combat skills. Thank you. I did not know that existed, and now I do.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm also not entirely aware of Oresuki.
Music by
I
Ko Otani.
Recognize it. I keep hearing about it, but I don't actually know anything about it.
Yeah,
Or Ski, that is.
Yeah.
totally. Huh.
Mm-mm.
Interesting.
The Castlevania was boring.
Oh, yeah.
I only saw the first season. I didn't
Okay.
watch the second one yet.
Mm-hmm. So let's talk a bit about the decade.
Oh no.
Yeah. Brad, you're prepared.
You want my top 5, top 10, top 25, or top 50?
It's the research segment. Now. Here we go.
Let's start with a countdown of your top 5.
Top 5?
Yeah.
Alright, so at number 5, I have Shirobako.
Ooh.
The
Okay.
absurdly pleasant anime about making anime.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect length, great narrative,
Mm.
lovely art,
Yeah.
and something I still remember every episode of, so I know it's not forgettable.
Yeah.
Yep.
That
True.
says a lot.
Yep.
Let's see, number 4, March Comes In Like a Lion.
Ooh. Okay.
Once again, absurdly pleasant anime,
Mm-hmm.
beautiful art, music, and a lot of emotional impact. That show is paced slowly, so if you're looking to one and done something, it's not going to work for you. But as a slow burn, it is very rewarding.
What's the premise of that again?
That is a high school boy or maybe graduating middle school boy, who is a professional shogi player, and coming up in that world.
Okay.
With no real family to speak of, a foster child, doesn't get along with his adoptive family. Lots of heavy emotional issues, but all centered around someone playing shogi to get through that.
Interesting.
That's why it is a top 50.
Yeah. Yeah. Number 3, Hanasaku Iroha. I love this show. It's hard to explain why I love this show, but I absolutely love this show. Beautiful art, beautiful music, and lovable characters who I still remember to this day, which tends to be one of the reasons I put things in my top 10, is if I remember everything about you, chances are you were good.
Yep.
And I probably have recommended Hanasaku Iroha more than any other anime. So when someone says, what anime should I watch, regardless of what genre they try to throw at me, I tell them, just watch this and then get to everything else.
Yep.
In the same vein, number 2 goes to A Place Further Than the Universe.
Wow. Okay.
That, it made me cry. That's why it's so high. It made me cry, and Clannad came out before 2010. So
That's the Antarctica one, right?
Yes.
Okay. Yep.
Yes. Group of high school girls goes to Antarctica. I have a lot of those shows in my top 10. But yeah, emotional heavy hitter, beautifully animated, very touching scenes, very epic scenes for such a small scale show. It just feels bigger.
Everyone told me that the cute girl animes meant nothing, and then the K-On! Movie happened.
Yep. You never know.
And they all became emotional hard hitters.
Yep.
Yeah. And then at number 1, I have to give it to Steins Gate. Steins Gate took over this decade, is still trying to hold on to this decade, but isn't doing as well now. But the original Steins Gate run was outstanding. A mind bender that topped pretty much every other mind bender except maybe Lane. And Lane isn't in this decade, so Steins Gate takes its place.
Lane did open up their stuff to open source, though.
Yes.
True.
Very true. But music, one of the most unique and appealing art styles I've seen in a very long time, in my opinion. Yeah, no, Steins Gate deserves its spot for sure.
Yeah. Mine would definitely be Fist of the Blue Sky. The all CGI Fist of the North Star anime.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a joke for those watching. Nobody liked that. Nobody watched that series.
I watched it. I watched like an episode of it because I'm like, what is this? Oh, it is this. This is why anime shouldn't CG.
Yeah, pretty much.
I didn't even watch the first episode. I just watched a random episode of it.
But yeah, I think I think my top show of the decade might be Angel Beats. Partly because, and it's weird. It's one of those shows that had high highs and low lows. There's a lot of wonky animation in Angel Beats now and again, where just they were aiming high, and didn't quite make it there in some of the scenes. But I mean, I that is a show where I got gut punched, like a third of the way through. No, like a quarter of the way through, halfway through, then like at the very end, and then at the very, very, very end.
Yes.
And for a show to be able to do that when I had already been gut punched several times, just really blew me away. Obviously, Jun Maeda, legendary folks working on that. But I think that was just, that's what I watch anime for, is for shows that can hit that. So.
The first season came out in 2009.
Uh-oh. Oh no. We have a red card. Yep,
Well,
there's a red card on the field.
Luckily, K-On! Doesn't make my list until number 16, so I can
Okay. Fair enough.
So yes, that is a red card on the field. K-On! loses its position.
Oh no.
K-On! loses its number 16 spot.
Oh.
So the new number 50 goes to...
Which honorable mention gets it? Does Madoka get it?
No. Madoka is staying in honorable mention for many reasons.
We'll get here in a second.
I am going to give number 50 to... I'm going to give it to High School DxD.
Whoa! Alrighty. So, to that point, let's go through all 50.
Ooh.
Yeah. Let's just.
Now you're setting me up to be criticized heavily.
Judge his anime tastes.
Exactly.
Welcoming community. Goodness is objective.
All right.
Actually, you know what? I want to know, like number 40 through number 40, number 50 through number 49. I want to know like your bottom 10.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's curious.
My bottom
Some honorable
10.
mentions,
So
Yeah.
with High School DxD's new promotion, it is High School DxD, Irregular at Magic High School, the Sword Art franchise, Food Wars, Seven Deadly Sins, Achikochi, Defrag, Seitokai Yakuin Domo, Yuru Yuri, and My Hero Academia.
Oh, all right. That one will probably be the one that gets you lynched.
Yeah.
That's so
I
on your list,
understand.
Brad.
Yeah. Totally.
Oh, and I gotta take slime off too, so there's another promotion.
Okay. All right. All right. New note coming in.
I hate reorganizing.
New news.
Spreadsheets.
What is y'all's movie of the decade?
Ooh.
Mine is definitely The Disappearance of Haruhi. What are the canon movies if that came out this year?
Yeah.
Or this decade?
I mean, it was recent. I watched it recently, so that may be factoring it in. But In This Corner of the World,
Oh wait, Slime
was
keeps its
really
place 'cause it
impressive.
came out this decade.
Oh,
Yes.
hey, there we go. Okay. Yeah.
Just not this year.
So we're good.
Because that is In This Corner of the World is a shoujo slice of life. Well, really, josei slice of life, just set in World War II, where you have the privations and so forth. There's basically just a domestic story until 2/3 through, and then it becomes a war movie, and that is one of the reasons why that movie just hit me very hard, because it felt, it built to that. It gave you all those characters so that when the war really intrudes, you feel it, and you feel it really hard. Hey, Seth, good to see you. A Silent Voice. I've not seen Silent Voice yet. I need to see that. Love the manga, but have not seen that movie.
Number 2 anime of the decade.
There we go. Mm-hmm.
Anime movie, anime film of the decade.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Jay has Durara rewrited. Wow.
Wow.
Cool. Kakuyori,
Ooh.
Bed and Breakfast for Spirits. Eureka 7. You're Eureka 7. And 5 Outlaw Star. I think Outlaw Star came out before this decade.
Yes.
Um,
as did Eureka 7.
Yes. Unless that's
That's the
an
movie.
all-time.
Yeah,
If
it's
it's
an
yeah,
all-time
that's
list.
Yep.
Cool.
All-time. I totally appreciate that. Haven't seen enough to offer definitive vision. Well, neither have we.
I haven't watched anime for like 5-6 years.
Mm-hmm. Your favorite was After the Rain. Wow, cool. Favorite movie was Your Name. Appreciate it. Sure. Yeah, Your Name would be up there for me. I mean, that was a really well done movie.
After the Rain is a very
There's a reason why it
choice.
was so famous and well renowned.
Yeah, absolutely. The Rewriter came out this year, but not Outlaw Star. Outlaw Star is a little older
Let
than
me
this
think.
decade.
Top 5 right off the top of my head.
Mm-hmm.
Nichijou, Zombie Idol. Let me look at Brad's list. He has
Yep.
a lot of anime I like on here.
Mm-hmm.
So there's Nichijou, there's Kids on the Slope, there's I forget the one that I just said. There's obviously Angel Beats.
Mm-hmm.
Which I can't be the actual name to.
Free has to be on there somewhere.
Fair.
Love Free.
And I put Haruhi as my top anyways.
You called me cheating. Down on there.
Fair. Totally. I'm just scrolling through.
Beatless for this decade.
I
I actually skipped over Beatless.
Yeah.
But if it's getting a decade top, I need to check it out.
When was The Wind Rises?
Wind
That was-
Rises, I want to say was
Last year or the year before?
2 years ago.
That was
2016?
yeah.
No, that was. Oh yeah, no, that was several years ago.
Yeah. I should be able to see it here somewhere.
When did I watch? Yeah, that was several years ago.
Is it that long ago?
Read it.
Wow, that was 2013.
Oh
Really?
my.
Yeah. Blows me away. I mean, that's got to be up there.
I didn't realize it was that long ago.
For yeah, I know.
I did not see enough films this decade.
Mm-hmm.
I've got a top 5 of the decade, and it's the 5 I've seen.
Heard that?
Yeah, I went into The Wind Rises totally unprepared. Like, we were like, oh, hey, this came out. We should just, have a fun day and sit down
Totally.
and watch it. And then, 2 hours later, we're all just sitting in the floor in my living room sobbing. Why did we do this? This isn't what I signed up for.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged is for anime of the decade.
I agree.
We were just talking about that earlier.
Can't disagree. Cannot disagree at all.
Sword Art Online Abridged.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, there we go.
That's number 2.
Mhm. Well, this is the thing with
There's
any
your
sort
list.
of these lists are always just completely subjective.
Yes.
Always.
100%.
We saw a Forbes list that was really confusing.
It was, yeah. Check out Forbes' list of the great anime of the decade. It's interesting. It's very, very odd.
Like, I wonder if anybody even knows the titles to know how absurd it is that I would put The World God Only Knows above My Hero Academia.
Hey, whatever.
Of the decade of popular, like what do you think gained the most traction or had the most cultural influence?
Oh, right. We were talking about that.
Yeah.
What did we decide on?
My Hero Academia.
Yeah.
Um,
One Punch Man.
SAO.
One Punch Man.
Yeah, SAO.
SAO.
I feel like is
Yeah.
SAO was
one of the bigger
everywhere
ones.
for a
Yeah.
while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Another Yuri.
Mm?
It was definitely a big part of that. No one outside of otaku culture knew it, but everyone inside of otaku
Right.
culture knew those girls' faces.
I mean, you
Mhm.
couldn't go into the mall without seeing a Kirito sword.
yeah.
Attack on
So, yeah. Attack on Titan.
Yeah,
Right.
Attack on
Yeah.
Attack
Yeah.
on Titan, I feel, got a lot of people who weren't into anime into anime.
That's what I was gonna
Mhm.
say. And people that I know that don't watch
Attack on
anime saw
Titan
Attack on Titan.
built Crunchyroll.
Yeah. So I'm gonna argue right now that this is the year that Shonen saved itself. The
Yeah.
decade.
Yeah.
The decade rather.
The decade Shonen saved itself.
Because Naruto wasn't spinning down, but it was moving in its own
The
direction.
big three had kind of petered off in
Yeah.
terms of popular culture.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, as somebody who got into anime this decade and
Mhm.
didn't have, the growing up on Naruto or whatever, I have watched barely any of any of the major old shonen because,
Yeah.
well, first of all, it has 800 episodes, and I
Mhm.
don't have time for that.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
But
Mm-hmm.
7 Deadly Sins swooped in on Netflix to
mhm.
build that anime repertoire,
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
and that got a lot of American or Western fans involved.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Black-
Amazon gatekeeped a whole bunch of anime that no one watched.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I have a bone to pick. Black Clover came in to try to destroy Shonen again.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's the thing, is that we got a surprising number of shonen that really took off.
Mhm.
Mhm.
And even shonen that didn't have to be 800 episodes.
It
You're
seems
right,
like they went back on that formula of we have to be just keep going and made concise shonen series.
Mm-hmm.
And they also made a whole bunch of like non-battle series this decade as well. Like
Yeah.
it was just a whole bunch of just shonen showing what it can be and not what it has just traditionally been.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I mean, JoJo's came out this decade.
That's true.
and they're doing something where they plan to do 800 episodes, but it's like we're gonna do 25 episodes now, and then we'll do 25 episodes next year.
Mm.
So like they're banking.
Yes.
they're
Absolutely.
banking their content and releasing it slowly.
Mm-hmm. Which is what we always wanted.
Yeah.
We were always complaining about is figure that out. We've also seen some interesting things happening with certain franchises. Like I think Index and Railgun managed to manage itself pretty well over the decade in the sense that they didn't burn out their fandom. They didn't release Index and Railgun every season. There was some in there. Pretty much every year, every other year, there was another Index and Railgun series.
Well, they tortured us a little bit.
Well,
because they're like, we're gonna give you Index, Railgun, nothing for 6 years.
okay.
Index and Railgun.
Fair. But I do think that was, at the very least, they were able to keep it going.
Yes.
Yeah. But you're absolutely right. That was rough for the fans. So yeah, no, I agree with you, Akko. I think My Hero Academia showed this is the model. You do seasons.
Yeah.
And there's
they
no reason.
definitely did.
Yeah. And it's massively popular. It's also surprising to me we haven't had a big Well, okay. I was gonna say we didn't have a big magical girl series this decade. Madoka Magica.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah.
But I will also say that isn't a typical magical girl series either.
Right.
Um,
Because I feel like after Madoka happened and had so much impact, then everybody wants to switch to the dark and edgy, gritty magical girl shows. Which
Mhm.
And
But then they do
overdo
things
it.
like, yeah, they almost get rid of the aspect of, not get rid of the aspect of them being magical girls is there, but it's such a backdrop to the anime that it doesn't feel like a magical
Right.
girl anime anymore.
yeah, totally. Yeah, everything has to be a commentary on magical girl.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, except for Pretty Cure, which just
Yeah.
Yes.
goes forever.
Love Live.
There's
Oh,
always
yeah.
a pretty cure.
I mean, how long after Ava came out did we have to wait for a mecha series that wasn't that?
Trying
Yeah.
to be, but yeah.
You're absolutely right. Yeah, this was Gen Urobuchi's decade. That is very true. Gen was doing his thing, no question.
If you like surfing, you like Rex.
This is, well, yes.
Yeah,
Yeah, well, yeah.
You're
that's-
Alright, I would love a
Did we
good surfing
notice
anime.
any
That'd be
anime that
incredible.
went completely under the radar this decade?
Wow.
And most of them, because this decade, people didn't really start talking about anime until probably the last 3 years.
Mm,
So everything
Yeah.
before 2016 probably
mm-hmm.
went heavily under the radar, unless it was Sword Art, Attack on Titan, or My Hero Academia, which all just kind of blasted through all that.
Right, yeah.
Well,
But,
all right.
whew,
Let's have some fun. I'm gonna go back to 2010.
okey-dokey.
Okay.
So here's some anime that at least I know the names of. I'm gonna throw out there.
Yeah.
Mitsudomoe.
Oh yeah, no,
Yep.
that was a really fun comedy anime. I watched the whole first season of it when it came out, and it's not like quite as good as say Nichijou or some of the other ones, but it was still like toddlers doing fun jokes.
Mm-hmm. Nyarko Crawling with Love,
Whew.
aka Nyarko-san,
Yeah.
the Cthulhu Girl
Yeah.
anime.
Yep.
It was JJ. I think
I
you
saw
loved that one.
Some. I feel like there was a couple of those, and I've
Mhm.
seen one of them, but I don't know which one it was. It's one of those things you just sort of see some random season of, and I'm like,
I called
Yeah.
Gakuen, which is something me and you know, but
Yes.
nobody else really.
Yeah, I will put a Cult Academy on there, absolutely, as something that went under the radar. Baka and Test.
Mm.
Nope. Okay. Bye.
Fortune Arterial,
Fortune. Yes, true.
Vampire Harem.
Yeah.
Nobody
God.
wants a Vampire Harem.
absolutely. Princess
Um.
Jellyfish, was that this decade?
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
it
It
is
was.
on my top list.
Mm-hmm.
I love Princess
Squid Girl.
Yeah. It did. Yeah.
Oh
I
wow,
love
People watch
Squid Girl.
that definitely.
That was me.
Let's see here. Quasar of Stigmut and moving right along. Let's see here. Hakuoki.
Oh,
Mhm.
Yeah.
yeah.
Hanamaru Kindergarten.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Misugu no Sora.
No, that is a name we will not speak.
Ladies versus Butlers.
Ooh,
I know folks watch that. No one cares.
yep. I know people
Um,
watched Working. I don't know how many people remember watching Working.
I
True,
remember watching
yeah.
the first season.
Mm-hmm.
I remember her beating him up. That's about it.
Fair. We saw a lot of Tagami Bachi on some of those best opening things.
Oh, yeah.
Anyone else see Tagami Bachi? Had any interest on that? I saw the first episode of that and was like, that's cool, but never made it further than that. The Tatami Galaxy.
Mm.
Yep.
Let's see here.
All before your time.
We'll get there. Okay. Sound of the Sky. Soro no Oto.
That was
Oh.
actually what I was gonna bring up. Sora
That
no
was
Oto and
this
A Channel were
decade?
two of my absolute favorite cute girls do cute things anime at the
Does
beginning of the
that
decade.
count?
January 4th,
It was
2010.
January, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Just barely.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Oh.
Yeah, that was one that I think that came in during the backlash against Moe.
Yeah, it was right after K-on's second season came out. Everyone was getting really tired of, oh, what is with all this cute girls do cute things animes? We hate this. And I was like, but I love all of it. And then this came out, and it was just more of it, of them just being cute, but now in this interesting setting of them playing a military band.
Yeah. All right. So let's just go ahead and talk about some of the bigger shows as well.
A-Channel, which was another one of those cute girl ones, which I watched because it was cute girl do cute things right after I'd watched K-On! And I remember watching it and thinking, this has more insert songs, and it's just a girls go to high school anime, and it has more insert songs than my girls go into a music band.
Totally. So let's talk about some of the instead of just the unknowns. Let's talk about the knowns. Going to 2011, Anohana. That was definitely, I think, one of the big ones of that year. I can't think of anything much. I mean,
let's see, Anohana's here, Chihayafuru. I don't know how big that got outside of like hardcore fans, but
true.
I feel like it's huge because it's number 6 on my list.
Fractale.
Yep.
Also listed.
Fractale. Yes.
Yes.
Fractal.
The last ghost screams from the other room.
Fractale.
What is that?
That's emotional devastation for your first anime, let me tell you.
Totally.
Dream Eater Mary was one of my other roommates, his favorite anime pretty much of all time, and he still uses Mary as his profile picture for everything.
Oh wow, yeah. I really enjoyed Dream Eater Mary.
There's Dragon Crisis, which started one of our oldest memes.
Oh really?
The Black Dragon appears.
Oh yes, right. Let's see here.
Gintama, did that come out that year?
No.
No, okay, that
Renewed
started
that year.
before.
Yeah. What was the big one? Squid Girl, definitely.
Korewa Zombie desu ka?
Wandering Sun. I feel like that got a fair amount of play.
I love that anime.
The World
I have
God
a
Only
vested
Knows.
interest.
Yeah, hey, there we go. Was that really? Because I saw that. Yeah, October 2010.
Hunter x Hunter started in 2011.
That's true. Yeah, that was big. Okay, that was that.
Infinite Stratos.
Yeah,
That got a
Infinite
lot of
Stratos.
That got a lot of attention for how horrible it was.
Oh yeah, that's why everyone was talking about
Yeah.
it.
Another good category to talk about.
Yes,
Down
yes.
the line.
Worse.
Oh, okay.
Is This a Zombie came out in 2011.
Do we need to start a running tally for like least deserved popularity?
Oh.
That's what's gonna get some people to come to the screen and fight.
Exactly.
I vote
Yes.
for SAO.
Hey.
I need to get out of here before the
I
pitchforks
know.
Yeah,
arrive.
exactly. Quick run. What is protection?
Yes. 2012, we got Little Busters.
Another. Is that? I think that's right. That was another. Oh, the novel.
Well, that's just looking to the. I think another was. Yep, 2012.
Okay, cool.
Let's see here. Something.
Batum.
Magi.
Yep, that's a big one.
That was a big one.
Started in 2012?
Looks like it.
Wow, I always felt like it was older than that.
Yeah, 2012. It definitely has that sort of more classic feel.
Yeah, it really does.
Medaka Box. Let's see here.
One of the first ones that introduced me into the non-battle shonen series concept, and one that I've heard talked about, like praised a lot for that, is Kaiju, or Kaiji.
Kaiji.
IG,
Yeah. Yeah. No, you're absolutely right.
Girls in Panzer.
Girls in Panzer. Yep. That was pretty huge.
High School DxD. There she is.
Hey, all right. Fair enough. See here. Hyoka. I mean, KyoAni.
There was a Marvel anime apparently.
Oh, there are many Marvel anime. Multiple Marvel animations.
Yeah, that was the era of like trying Marvel anime and failing miserably. I think 2012 was the Iron Man one, I believe.
I liked the Iron Man
It was
anime.
okay.
Yeah.
It was alright.
Yeah.
Kokoro Connect, which could have been something but wasn't.
Kids on the Slope.
Kids on
Yes.
the Slope, for sure.
Yuri Tulavru?
I don't know.
That came
when
out
the
Yeah, it
first
started in
one-
2008.
Okay.
They're, this is one of the Tulavrus.
Bodacious Space Pirates came out in 2012.
Ah, that seems underrated.
Yeah, it was one of
How
those
is
that
it
Combat
I think
Butler,
its
which we were
name
discussing
also
earlier.
kind of like came to its own detriment because bodacious is such a weird word.
Yeah.
Like I went into it thinking bodacious and seeing the cover art and was like, oh, this is gonna be some random fan service anime, and then I was like, oh no, wait,
Yeah, totally.
Does anybody remember Sankrea?
not at all.
Wow.
Wait,
I remember hearing about it.
I'm curious if anybody remembers it. Like, dude's crush turns into a zombie.
Oh, interesting. Okay. No, Huh.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a thing.
That is
That is definitely a thing.
has a great opening song.
Okay.
Couldn't tell you too much more, but I did finish the show.
Okay. Yep.
Hyoka.
Yep.
No, that didn't come out. Yeah, Hyoka came out in 2012.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
We
2012
on,
felt
we on
like
to
such a
2013.
strong
Oh
year
no,
to me.
we're still on 2012.
Mm-hmm.
Coppelion.
Yep. Anything else? 2012. I think
Ooh,
everything
that's
else here
nice.
was. Sky was great and touching. Cool. Let's see here. 2013.
Kill Me Baby came out in 2012, and that's probably got to win like a meme award or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah.
Mhm. Yep. We do not need a remake of Photon. Thank you very much. Let's see.
Did AKB 048 come out then?
I don't think so. I think that was ongoing.
Original anime was in 2012.
Oh, look at that.
It started and had another season in 2013.
Mm-hmm.
Oreshura.
Mm-hmm.
Outbreak Company. Wow.
Mm.
Yeah.
Wow.
Nonon Biori.
Yep.
Someone had mentioned Beast Saga earlier, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was 2013.
Brain. Centric Family. Encouragement of Crime. Climb. Excuse me. Very different things. Free.
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 Yep.
Free.
Free. I mean, that's got to be the one.
Free.
Servant
Oh,
Service.
here she-
Free.
Did you say free?
2013.
Lucky
This was
Star
a-
didn't come out this decade.
No,
Yeah.
Lucky Star was 2000.
Unless you're saying, yeah, there's Lucky Star in the background.
Yeah.
I chose that.
Yeah. Also, there was a Lucky Star OVA. I think this decade. So, 2013. Gotcha Man Crowds.
Oh, yeah.
Garden of Sinners. Gargantua on the Verger's Planet.
Oh.
Gundam
Thing that
Build
happened.
Fighters.
Gundam Fighters. Servant Service. Silver Spoon. Freezing, which apparently a lot of people liked.
Kill a Kill.
Kill a Kill.
Oh.
Kill a Kill.
Yeah.
Hentai Prince and the Stony Cat.
Yes.
High School Level D. Valkyrie the Liberator. Vivid Dread Operation.
Kuroko's Basketball.
Yomushi Pedal. Did that start
Wait.
this year? It may
Was it?
have.
Love Live
I
started.
think
Love Live
so.
started
Yeah.
in 2013.
No.
Whoa, that could be. That
Wow.
could be.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the manga
that's-
was in 2012 and the anime
Yeah,
was in
Love
2014.
That's a pretty
Live.
big one.
Okay, so
yeah.
2013 was a
So
big
Love Live
year.
and AKB, those started the idols for
Yeah.
the idol genre
Mm,
up again.
mhm.
Wow.
Yeah, that was a year.
Yeah, so 2013 was a pretty big deal.
Yeah, no, I'm
Yeah.
looking through this list.
No,
and it's like
I'm-
2013 was one of the last years I started watching, and I remember all of these things just got so hype.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure there's a disproportionate amount of my anime list that is completed series from this year.
And then 2014.
Another big year.
Yeah.
Akame got killed, made it over to the U.S. and got big.
Mm-hmm.
Amagi Brilliant Park.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Yeah.
No, this is a big year. I know it.
Mm-hmm.
Barackman,
Mm-hmm.
There were 2 Beyblade series.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Black Bullet, Blade and Soul,
Mm-hmm.
which got a lot of people to buy the MMO.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
No Game No Life.
Mm-hmm. Noragami, which took a little while to go, but certainly
Oh,
got
yeah.
his fandom.
Defrag, amazing comedy.
Tokyo Ghoul.
Ooh.
Oh,
Um,
what year was
Ping
Tokyo Ghoul?
Pong.
Was Tokyo Ghoul 2014?
Yep.
2013?
Wow. Okay. Um,
Grisaya.
That was
Grisaya is big. I don't know how big it is in like the general population, but
Okay.
in the VN community, it was a big deal when
Oh,
it came
okay.
out.
Fair enough.
Mm.
Let's see.
Everyone said ping pong was the greatest thing. So that was that year.
Yeah. Ping Pong certainly turned a lot of heads.
I thought the animation style was the coolest thing ever, and I did not watch it.
Exactly. We also got Sailor Moon Crystal this year.
Yeah.
Oh.
Which I mean, I still wonder whether Sailor Moon Crystal was made primarily just to keep the franchise in the public eye.
Because they also, that year they also like made a whole new dub of the original show
right.
that actually like was accurately translated. And
Yeah.
stuff.
We had Shirobako, as we mentioned before.
Saidokai Yakendomo is on your list.
Oh, yeah.
That was a pretty funny comedy.
Mhm.
And then Space Dandy.
Oh wow.
Sidonia no Kishi, another big Netflix hit.
Terror in
Oh,
Residence.
yeah.
Tokyo Ghoul.
That's one of the first ones that I remember
Mhm.
seeing on Netflix and being like, oh, Netflix has anime?
Log Horizon tried to save the community from SAO.
Yeah.
It fought a valiant fight.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Your Lie in
Your Lie in
April
April?
came out.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Was that 2014?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. This is also where we got Yokai Watch
Yep.
for the first
Oh,
time,
yeah.
which needs to be mentioned.
Yep.
Mhm.
It has
Um,
taken over.
It really has.
Really, only 2014?
Yeah.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that feels like a children's staple at this point.
Yeah,
But,
exactly.
You know, that happened at some point. Then 2015,
Assassination Classroom?
PlayStation Classroom. Yep,
Oh.
absolutely.
Aohara Kanji.
Attack on Titan Junior High. What is this?
This was
That
a
is a
thing.
thing.
That was a
Yep,
thing.
it was that was a comedy thing with Attack on Titan characters, and nobody watched it.
Fair.
Overlord.
Mm-hmm.
Again, that's-
Charlotte, we got another Jun Maeda project.
Right.
We got that.
It was a project.
Yes, it was a project.
Mhm. Death Parade. which I know
Oh,
you
yeah.
picked up.
Durarara comes
Mm.
back, I believe.
Let's see here. That was. Durarara started in 2010.
Yeah, so it came
Yeah,
back.
that was
yeah,
the-
the two
That was
exclamation
X2.
points is
Yep.
season 2.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Let's see here. Poor Roca Braves of the Six Flowers.
Did Food Wars start that year?
It might have.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I think it did.
Yep. Food Wars. Oh, Food Wars.
Oh,
Yep.
Food Wars.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's a thing.
we all
That's still a thing.
That is definitely a thing.
Ghost
Oh,
in the
it's
Shell
very
Rise
much-
came out,
Hey.
and I was like, yay, new Ghost in the Shell, and haven't watched it yet.
Mhm.
Food Wars sits at a solid 46 for the decade.
I think
Oh, Gate did come out.
Gate did come out.
Oh, I
Yeah.
had forgotten about that one.
Although I think the one that really got the attention was Is It Wrong to Pick Up Girls in a Dungeon?
Oh,
Yep.
yes.
Yeah, that is the one for
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
get everybody involved.
Oh.
Get
Yep,
everybody
yep,
involved
yep,
in
yep,
that.
Mm-hmm.
Monster Masume came out in 2015.
That was a big year for anime.
Honestly, yeah. Honestly and Danmachi together in 1 year. There you go.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, 2015 was the return of Osamatsu-san.
Oh,
One Punch
right.
Man.
Yes. One Punch Man?
Mm-hmm.
One Punch Man.
Was that?
Oh, okay.
Yes.
One Punch
It
Man
started that year?
has to be to be that
Yeah.
year.
Wow, that was a year.
One Punch Man.
That was quite a year.
2015. Yeah. I was gonna say this was a fairly thin year. We also got Gundam Iron Blooded Orphans,
Mm-hmm.
which brought Gundam back in a real
Assassination
way.
Classroom and Asterisk War.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if people talk about Asterisk War, but
Yeah,
it was
yeah,
there.
yeah, totally. Do.
Kami-sama Kiss, that was on a lot of top lists this
Mm-hmm.
year.
Yeah. Also, Yuriko Arashi, Lesbian Bear Storm.
Oh yeah,
Hey.
that's right.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot about that one.
Mm-hmm.
That
Let's
was an
see here.
experience.
That was an experience.
Gratz Go came out in 2016, which was kind of
Mm-hmm.
a sort of a thing where it's like a lot of people who didn't watch anime watched that series because they didn't think it was anime.
Mm-hmm. True. Is that March Comes Like a Lion first?
Sangatsu.
Yep. That was that year. There we go. Yep. 2016.
Berserk.
Berserk. Ooh, yeah.
Sorry. I'm back.
Berserk 2016. Yeah.
We can just skip this year.
Yeah, exactly. We got Gundam Unicorn, which made a lot of Gundam fans happy.
New game.
Definitely.
Made a Moe splash that year.
New
Oh,
game,
that was,
sure.
That was delightful. That was lovely.
See here,
A lot of Moe show
otherwise.
about people who aren't 14
Wait,
years old.
didn't
Mhm.
It's just
Yeah.
we grown-ups could be cute too.
Hey.
Okay, no.
Cute High Earth Defense Club Love. Which,
that was
you
a
know,
good time.
that was a very good time.
Oh yeah.
Also Classicaloid. I forgot that was that year. That's
Did we skip over Magus Bride, or is that here?
is that here?
2016.
I thought that was later.
It might have been later.
Any minute later? We'll keep an eye out
It came
for
up in the chat, and I was like, did
Yeah,
we skip it?
it should be here somewhere. There was also a Digimon Universe at Monsters anime. Who
Huh.
knew?
No one's out.
Maybe I don't know.
Flying Witch.
Flying Witch.
Yeah.
That was nice. Grimgar Fantasy and Ash. I just love that show.
Yeah.
Haikyuu,
Haikyuu.
which I believe we might have skipped over. Kuroko no Basuke.
Oh
Yeah.
right. Mm-hmm.
I
That was a thing.
said it
Mhm.
offhand, but yeah.
Oh.
Yep.
Mob Psycho 100 came out.
We also missed JoJo, and JoJo was a thing.
JoJo came out in 2012 and has been
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
rocking shonen since.
Yeah.
Absolutely. We got Sweetness and Lightning. We got. Looking for anything else? Sort of.
Cross.
Yeah, Y Cross. True. Oh, Yuri on Ice.
Oh yeah.
Hey.
Hey.
Yep.
Let's not forget your.
Let's not forget Yuri on Ice.
Don't forget your.
Because they wouldn't let us that year. Everywhere you went.
Could not forget Yuri on Ice. Yeah.
That was man. Talk about a show that just takes a fandom by storm. That is amazing. All right, moving on to 2017, and this is where we get Ancient Magus' Bride.
Yep.
Yep.
17.
Mm-hmm. We also get
A new Beyblade anime.
Kimono Friends.
Oh yeah, Kimono Friends was a fun thing.
Mm-hmm.
Another one for meme anime of the decade, Landes.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Black Clover starts in.
Mm-hmm. Land of the Lustrous. Little Witch
Boruto.
Academia. Boruto. Right.
Maiden Abyss.
Yeah, Boruto's definitely that was a thing.
It's,
that was
it's a
important.
transitional period. It's the
Yep.
end of a generation.
Mm-hmm. And the beginning of a new one.
Yep.
Let's see.
Classroom of the Elite tried to be good.
Okay.
Aramanga Sensei.
Yep. Mm-hmm. I keep hearing good things about DS Irai.
That is the VN adaptation.
Okay.
It was one of the first slides on your presentation.
Right. Yeah. I just keep hearing good things about the anime series. Recreators.
Mm-hmm.
Aromanga Sensei.
Mm-hmm.
Saikano.
Saikano. Mm-hmm.
Sakura Quest. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Girls
Last Tour.
These are a little bit more recent than I realized.
Excuse me.
In Another World with My Smartphone.
Mm.
Fail.
Aww. Interviews with Monster Girls.
The Eccentric
Yeah.
Family.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Ballroom Yokuso.
Hmm.
That was big. That got a lot of attention.
Yeah.
For
that-
being a dance shonen.
True.
Girls Last Tour came out that year, and I mostly include it just because I've seen it recently.
Sure. Yep. Mm-hmm. It deserves it.
It's cute.
Grimoire of Zero. I hear a lot about. Ditto Gamers. I really enjoyed Recovery of an MMO Junkie. That was just sweet. Maiden Abyss.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maiden Abyss.
Kino's Journey, is that like a sequel or because there's an
It's
anime?
Oh, yeah.
a remake.
That's the remake.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And then last year, we got Laid Back Camp. We got The Legend of the Galactic Heroes remake,
Yes.
where that's a thing to get into. That'll take some time.
Megalobox, which had a
Megalobox.
lot of hype behind it.
Absolutely.
Lived up to it, at least in the ending song.
Did Captain Tsuba come out that year? Or?
This is another new Captain Tsubasa series. Yep.
Phew.
Along with another new Cardcaptor Sakura's.
That's right. Clear
The
card.
new, yeah.
That's that was a big deal.
The new card captors are cool.
Backstreet Girls Goku Dolls has to make my list just because it is definitely it feels like Nichijou, except if it wasn't cute girls and it was cute girls who are Yakuza members in idol groups.
Did we skip over? Yeah, we definitely skipped over it.
She's-
Devil as a part-timer was this decade too.
Oh,
forgot all
true.
about that.
Yeah, that was big. Pop Team Epic was probably
The
Oh.
best
the
anime.
most popular
Yeah.
show of
That
this
was-
year
that was a big thing.
in that sense.
The FLCL remake came out.
That's true. Yep. Which got a lot of attention.
Got attention.
People talked about it, definitely. We had not mentioned Free. Which
We
should,
have not
we did
mentioned
mention
Free.
Free.
We
Then
have
we
not
brought you in.
mentioned Free
That's
at all.
right.
Not
That's
ever.
right.
Sprinted back
We
into
need
the
to
room.
mention
I
it
was
again.
summoned.
Exactly.
Darling in the Franks.
Mm-hmm.
Goblin
Goblin
Slayer.
Slayer. Mm-hmm.
Starling?
How
Frank's
to
just
not
last
summon
year.
a demon lord.
Can't have been.
Happy Sugar Life.
Happy Sugar Life.
Just so I can say, don't watch it.
Oh
Yeah, yeah.
They did make a
There we go.
an anime. Of
I think Slime was probably one of the really
Yeah.
big ones.
Oh yeah.
yeah.
In terms of being,
Everyone was telling me this is the isekai you need to watch because you know I'm the friend that everyone's like you need to watch this anime and this anime because I don't watch any of them, so everyone's trying to get me to watch their personal favorite of
Yep.
the year.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Hi.
Yeah, that's the thing. They all feel like they just came out.
Yeah.
Something came. Violet Evergarden.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that was last year, and I think because that got pulled onto Netflix so quickly, it became that helped it in a way because folks were like,
No way
"Oh,
Overlord came out that year.
It came out again.
Okay.
Yeah, that it increased its cachet where folks were like you gotta go on Netflix to watch this Kyoani thing,
Mm-hmm.
and folks did.
Hinamatsuri,
Bunny Girl Senpai.
No.
Bunny Girl Senpai. That is pretty high on my list, I believe.
Really?
Yeah.
Yes.
Hmm.
For sure. Uma Musume. Not very high on my list. I don't think it makes it on any list.
Yeah.
Flores.
Gridman.
Yeah, I was about to say Flores Gridman just because it's really cool in what it tries to accomplish.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And I mean Trigger, right?
Yeah, and Trigger.
Yep.
Violet Evergarden. I remember y'all talking about that.
Yep.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. So,
Zombieland Saga.
Zombieland Saga.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not
There we
forget
go.
about that
Zombieland
rat.
Cannot forget that
Saga.
one. Totally. So like a lot of periods, I think shoujo got a little bit pushed in the background.
Mm-hmm.
It's out there.
None of the OP things that we watched had any shoujo in it at all.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we discovered yesterday that Maid Sama counts as this decade.
True.
Um, So that's like the one reigning shoujo.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
if you haven't seen Maid Sama and you need a shoujo fix, that's where you go for
Yeah.
2010 all the way through to 2020.
For your 10 years, you get
Sadly, yes.
I mean, I guess you could count Ore Monogatari,
Okay.
My Love Story.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Mm.
It gets close in terms of shoujo.
Me, my favorite of this decade was Say I Love You.
Princess Jellyfish is Jose.
True. Yep. Yep.
Ooh. Yeah, we did not get much.
Yeah. That happens sometimes.
Kami-sama Kiss. That's the only other one.
Okay. Fair enough. Cool. Anything else of note over the year that you guys wanted to mention or shout out to? Yeah.
Did we miss anything on the list?
Plenty. What was your favorite opener or ending?
Ooh.
Now we're going into...
What leaps immediately to mind, oddly, is for ending is Fractal. Even though it's just, down by the Sally Garden.
Yeah.
But it's perfect.
Yeah.
Yes, Isekai.
We'll get to that question in a minute.
Yeah.
Favorite opening? I do not know. I'll have to come back to that. I cannot think of one off the top of my head. But you will.
Chihaya Fudu, yes.
Okay.
One of the best shows,
Mm.
best openings as well. Chihaya Fudu opening 1 is probably top of my list if I bothered to organize it.
Mm-hmm.
I think Your Lie in April's first opening is probably on the top for me.
As stereotypical as it is, the one that I know just anytime I heard it got me hyped for no good reason was Attack on Titan's opening.
Yeah.
Right.
It was everywhere, and I heard it a whole bunch, and every time I heard it, I'm like, let's go!
I mean, it does what it's supposed to do. It fits perfectly with with that show.
Yeah.
This decade we also got Ready Go by Mine from the Okami-san anime back in 2010?
Okay.
Maybe? The Penguin Drum OP.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Steins Gate's OP, of course. High School of the Dead's OP.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Ubiquitous. The Angel Beats OP and
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That,
yeah.
If I'm not saying hype and I'm saying emotional, Angel Beats OP.
Mm-hmm.
And then Erased, which we didn't really discuss much, but Erased
Oh, yeah.
as a show was
touch on
alright,
Erased.
but the OP was really good.
The opening that jumps to my mind now, which again will probably change in 10 minutes, oddly is Gundam Build Fighters Try.
Huh.
Because it is hype,
Yeah.
It is. I got into the mood for that show immediately with that opening.
Restaurant to Another World looked really cute, but I have seen, I think, only the first episode.
Yeah, same here.
Anyone remember any endings?
That's Fractal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The only
Couldn't listen
ending
to that
to
song
mine
for a long time.
wasn't in this decade.
Yeah. Yeah.
I've only got Kakate Koyo from Megalobox, Days from Mikaku City Actors,
Yeah.
and
that was a good one.
Mikazuki from Rampo Kitan.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This was really good.
Cool.
Tokyo Ghoul's opening.
Oh
as
my
well.
gosh,
Okay.
I can't believe that immediately. Yes.
That one wins
Opening
then.
songs for Impact.
There we
Yay.
go.
Unraveled.
Cool.
You've walked anywhere near an anime convention venue in the last 5 years. You know that song.
This is true. So getting back to Game Escape's question, what will this decade be remembered for? I think Isekai has to be the one.
Yeah. I mean, it wasn't right after Sword Art Online, but like Sword Art Online was what, 2012, 2014?
Yeah,
No, it was
2012
because that was about when I stopped watching anime. And then it wasn't right after, but it was around that 2014 time up until 2016. And then at 2016, everyone was saying, anime is just isekai.
Yeah.
And everyone was saying, just kind of like how we were saying back in 2008, there's too many moe anime. Now everyone's saying there's too many isekai. And then you get things like the slime anime, where it tries to take the idea and subvert it, or Demon Lord or whatever it is, where he comes in as, he gets isekai as the bad guy.
Right.
Or not Demon Lord, but
Overlord.
Overlord, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and then there's all the shows that aren't isekai, but
just
Basically, are isekai.
coming from fantasy light novel, long title, is it wrong to pick up girls in a dungeon kind of
Yep.
Yeah.
this fantasy adventure light novel.
Yeah, this was definitely the
has a similar
decade
feel.
when fantasy really
Yeah.
became a big thing.
But you had to make an insert character for your audience because they couldn't as easily
yeah.
pop into that fantasy world.
So I would argue 80s was a decade of primarily modern shows.
Mm-hmm.
And some sci-fi as well. 90s was more...
Macho Men.
Yes.
Yeah.
90s was sci-fi.
Yes.
2000s were back to modern again. With all the modern slice of life romance shows. And then 2010s has been fantasy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Interesting. All right. We did predictions. I did a prediction special last year. No, wait. Last week. Wow. My brain is leaking out of my head. Do you, Hall, have any predictions for 2020 and or beyond? Where do you think things are going to be going?
I see the anime industry collapsing under its own weight.
Okay.
Whew.
Anime,
That's a way to kick it off. Okay.
anime will die within 6 months. You heard it here first.
This is the end.
This is the end, folks.
The apocalypse is coming.
Hoard your anime.
Our prince will arrive.
I see a hard push for stronger narratives coming out of the isekai moe generation,
Okay.
where there's gonna be a large group of fandom that's just like, we want more original narrative content.
Not only that, there's a group of people who have kind of spent their formative years on moe or isekai and are going to be, coming into the industry with that sort of experience, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Will that matter? Like
It's gonna be.
how much will that
How
change
much
the
will
industry?
they have
though?
learned?
I think if anything, what you're gonna see is you're gonna see people who go, all right, I had to live through 800 isekai and 800 moe. I know them so well. What can I bring to the table that makes this stuff not repetitive anymore?
Mm-hmm. Do we see isekai as a significant genre moving forward? Will it die out, or will it just become a?
I thought it was gonna die out
thing.
well before now.
Yeah.
Mhm. I mean, I don't think it'll be as big forever.
Yeah.
But will it just disappear, or will it just become another genre?
That sounds like economics in general.
Yep. I mean, I doubt that this guy's gonna go away.
No.
Personally.
Connected to JJ's point,
Mm-hmm.
there will be a huge cash growth
Mm-hmm.
coming from licensing into the West.
Yeah.
And I think that is going to also lead to a number of studios making more Western anime.
Okay.
Yeah.
Western or Eastern?
I think they're gonna try to give it more of a Westernized European tilt.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
To appeal to, the States,
Yep.
Canada,
You're not gonna go out to China?
That is the one question. But China
I don't know.
is really
China's
into
pretty
our
restrictive
Hollywood
about their
productions.
media intake.
Now? Like recently?
I think so. They have been.
But they changed that last year.
They did?
Yeah,
Oh.
they've been opening up.
Oh.
Yeah.
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 They've
Yeah.
been taking on a
Yeah,
whole bunch
huge
of
growth
Hollywood's
over there.
movies and seeing a whole bunch of growth in that. Like, the only reason Johnny Depp's still popular is because he's popular in China. And so if they open up, that's a market that, I mean, a lot of American companies are already pining for, and they're
Sure.
closer.
Well, I guess you could combine the two and say that if they see the success Hollywood has in China, they're going to try to emulate Hollywood.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's
Anime.
what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Is if they want to get into China, they might be like, oh well, this is what's working.
And we're already seeing that to some extent with more Chinese characters in anime, Chinese, settings, that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, interesting. Yeah, that's possible, Steph. It could be this guy will just kind of, not quite peter out, but we'll get, fewer every year, and then it'll eventually just be and again, there's been isekai since the 90s.
Yeah.
So this would be an occasional thing. But yeah, I certainly agree that we're gonna get a bigger focus on international
Yeah, that's
stuff.
the best way to put it.
Yeah, definitely.
Do we think we'll see more animation out of Korea or China?
Most likely,
Yeah,
yes.
definitely.
Especially after the success of that Chinese anime that came out
Mm-hmm.
recently.
Yeah.
That did well, got good reviews, people praised it, so now China's going to be like, oh, we could turn this into a cash cow.
Yeah. And Korea's just pumping out animated movies.
Yes.
So that won't be a problem. Will we see in the next decade a significant, and by that I mean 10 plus series a year, animation industry out of any nation outside of Japan and America?
Outside of Japan and America?
Yeah. I.e. Korea, China, Vietnam, Philippines, anywhere else.
Anime or animation?
Animation.
Animation, probably France.
Yeah, France is the only
Oh.
other one I can think of because there's a lot of really popular animators from France.
Mm.
And there's a lot of experimental video going on in France as
True.
well.
Yeah. Will we see more anime with an adult focus?
Older, more mature characters
Mm.
instead of having like all high school
All
kids.
high schoolers, yeah.
Yeah, it's hard to
Old school.
say because
It feels like we've already had it shift in that direction.
well, the argument I'd make
Not
is that
direction.
fans grow up,
Mhm.
but they've been growing up for 40 years.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly.
So what is going to cause that shift? I'm not sure.
It probably nothing because if is everybody comfortable saying their age?
Sure.
So 26.
27.
Yeah, 26.
43.
All of us still watch shows about cute high school girls.
Yep.
That's
So
fair.
it's not going to change.
Yep.
I mean, honestly, I wish that there were more, though.
Yeah.
I mean, I always
Yeah.
get really excited when there are main characters who are not high schoolers.
Yeah, when it's
Well.
when it's like characters who are
Especially when it's not. Especially when your only options aren't cute high schoolers doing cute things or adults in really horrible, gritty, dark,
dark situations.
intense crime situations or whatever.
Mhm.
I'm like,
Yeah,
Copcraft.
something more like
yeah.
relatable is not exactly the word I'm looking for.
Yeah, I
but
mean, it is though.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, and I also wonder if, getting back to our earlier point, I wonder if shows about high schoolers are what sells in Japan,
Mm.
and as they go to the more international market, we are willing to,
right.
buy the stuff that the Psychopaths, the Cowboy Bebop. Think the stereotypical shows that sold really well in America, and not as much in Japan. Bebop and Trigun all had adult protagonists.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Psychopaths, all those. So I think that's a possibility, definitely.
That is
Part of why I was so.
That's a neat little factoid.
Mm.
China's International Cartoon and Animation Festival attracted more than 1 million attendees, bringing in $290 million in goods and merchandise.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Because China was like, boy, we want to lock things down, but it also makes money. So here you go. Picano. I think
Yeah,
that's a great
Picano.
example of something that was.
Yeah.
I wonder actually how successful that was in Japan. Because it's a very Western show.
Yeah.
It was okay, and then when it came over and got the English dub, everyone loved it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As
Yeah.
far as I know.
I wonder how much Durara was
Well-
greenlit because of Picano's success in the West.
Yeah,
Huh.
it's weird though because that studio did self-reference Baccano and many of its other
Yeah.
titles, so I don't. It was probably pretty popular enough in Japan that
Yeah.
everybody got the references.
Sure, true. Now that's an interesting point, JJ. The advantage of high schoolers is we can all relate to high schoolers.
Yeah.
Adults are disparate enough that it's hard to find something that is relatable to all adults.
Yeah.
When you have high schoolers, you can have them just deal with like some base emotions that we've all felt at some point. When you deal with
Mhm.
adults, it's like Yeah, but you have to bring them into situations that might not be relatable.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. I do not disagree with you about Brazil, by the way. I think Brazil has potential for animation. South America has a really interesting animation history. So it's certainly possible. Cool. I think that will wrap it up for our discussion of the year and the decade, and the next decade, potentially. Who knows? Right? But it's always fun to talk about that.
Maybe the
We'll
artists
see.
will finally get paid enough.
Hey! That's a question.
That's a good goal. That's a good
Will that
goal.
change? You know, that is another prediction I'll make. I'm going to predict there's going to be some change on that front.
That's why I say either the anime industry collapses under its own weight because it just like the video game crash and other various crashes. It seems like it's just building and building and building, and it's acting as though there's unlimited potential growth, and it's building this on the back of a whole bunch of people who might not take it anymore.
Yeah. We will see. Wow, that's crazy. Thanks for a great decade on YouTube. That's true.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. I do feel old. All right. So we're actually not exactly done yet because I'm going to hop on SciTube, and we're going to watch some other stuff. So I'm going to drop a link into the chat. If anyone would like to join us for some Nadia and the Secret of Blue Water. I'm going to see if I can make this work. I am dropping this in the chat. Feel free to click on that to join us over on SciTube to watch some of Nadia. And we will be streaming some of that. 3 episodes of Nadia and the Secret of Blue Water. Absolute classic of anime. Hope you will join us over there. And that will do it otherwise for us for this stream. Thank you all very much. And we will see you all next time.
Bye.
Bye.
Later.
Here's to the 2020s.
Yay!
Vampire.